garage. Chiff is tuning her bass, and it's really suspect. She goes right from the low E to the G, and I'm like, "What are you tuning to? What's going on?" Um. Anyway,
I don't want to get in the way of that. I think that's bass stuff, but I believe you. Just judging by the tone in your voice, you seem heated.
I was upset. I was also upset. Speaking of tune, did you see her string winding technique on that bass head?
No.
Those strings are fucking spaghetti. They're like everywhere. And that's definitely not on the other basses that we've seen on these other episodes. It is
Yeah.
just that's what I used to do because I think it was cool.
Yeah.
The same time I was writing poetry and I wanted people to think I was deep, I was also tuning my strings like an asshole, and the strings were just every which way.
Yeah, it was cool.
It it was dangerous.
It
You could
was
have
so
poked an
dangerous.
eye out.
Yeah, I didn't stop that recently enough to talk. I'm sorry.
So, speaking of bass and suicide, I looked up what Tiffany's bass was, and I found it. I did some sleuthing.
Good job.
This is an Ibanez Cherry Red Roadster, the RB 650 bass, and it goes for about $850 now. It has very specific headstock. That's how I was able to find it. But speaking of headstock, it's the same bass as last episode. It's the one with the fucking spaghetti strings. Still hasn't fixed it.
I mean, you don't have to change bass strings very often. So.
Yeah, but it just seems like something could have gotten looked after.
Yeah, sorry. Some people with the sloppy strings, that's
their whole thing.
That's the thing. I was a sloppy string guy for a while.
You said that last week, and I kind of blocked it out because it doesn't match your personality at all.
Actually, most of the shows we've played together, I've probably had sloppy strings.
No, I don't think of you, man.
Isn't that wild?
The string winding and my pedal board are two of the only organized things in my life. Like, I have a very specific pedal board regimen, and the way I wind my strings doesn't change. Everything else in my life, big blimpo the blubber butt mess. Okay.
Okay.
May I get by, or would you like this guitar up your nose?
Quiet, and you'll be using those strings as dental floss.